God says, read aloud, the plot will fail. Every scheme built against you, every whispered plan meant to destroy your peace, every dark intention rising in the shadows of envy, it will crumble before it touches you. Do not fear the noise of opposition, for noise has never been power. Power is in stillness, in faith, in the quiet heart that listens instead of reacts. The storm can roar, but the storm is temporary. You are eternal because I said so. I breathe into you not just life, but authority, the kind that cannot be stolen. So stand up. Look around. You may feel surrounded, but I tell you this, they are the ones surrounded by my hand. You've been through nights that felt endless, where every prayer seemed to vanish into silence. But silence is not absence. Silence is when I work the deepest. While you worried, I was arranging. While you cried, I was shifting mountains out of your way. While they plotted, I was already writing their defeat into the story. Do not be deceived by delay, for delay is often the wrapping paper around deliverance. The plot will fail because it was never rooted in truth, and anything not rooted in truth cannot stand. Every lie spoken against you will collapse under the weight of my justice. Every attempt to twist your destiny will untwist itself back into blessing. I have watched you when you doubted yourself, when you thought you were too tired to fight another day. You didn't realize that even your tears were prayers I heard louder than your words. You thought you were breaking, but you were becoming unbreakable. You thought it was the end, but it was the middle, the sacred middle where faith grows teeth and light learns to roar. What you lost was not your ending, it was your refining. You will look back and understand that I let the storm come not to drown you but to wash away what couldn't go with you into your next season. There are people who smiled in your face while digging graves behind your back. But graves are for endings, and your story isn't ending, it's resurrecting. I am the author, not them. They wrote their plots, but they forgot that I write the final scene. Every setup meant for your destruction will turn into the stage for your elevation. They will watch you rise and not understand how. They will wonder why the weapons didn't work, but you will know, because I said, no weapon formed against you shall prosper. I didn't say the weapon wouldn't form, I said it wouldn't work. That means you will see it, but it will fail to touch your purpose. You will feel the wind of it, but not the wound. When I say the plot will fail, I am not only speaking of people. I'm speaking of fear, of doubt, of anxiety, of every voice inside you that tries to convince you you're not enough. That voice lies. You are not behind. You are not forgotten. You are not too late. You are exactly where you need to be for the unveiling that's coming. I have hidden you, not neglected you. Hidden so that no counterfeit could claim you before your appointed time. Hidden because I do my best work in the unseen. Even seeds must go underground before they rise. Even stars are born in darkness before they shine. the plot will fail because light exposes lies. And light always wins. Even when it seems dim, it's still stronger than the deepest night. Every shadow you've faced is proof that there was light in you all along, otherwise, the darkness wouldn't have tried so hard to surround you. You were targeted because you carry something heavy with purpose. You've been misunderstood because you are not ordinary. You've been fought because you are favored. Don't despise the opposition, it's a sign that you've already shifted levels. The enemy doesn't fight the weak, he fights the chosen. Hear this clearly, you don't have to defend yourself. I will defend you. I will bring truth to light. I will turn confusion into clarity. You don't need to chase justice. Justice is already walking toward you. The ones who spoke against you will have to watch the same hand they mocked lift you higher than they imagined. They will have to watch me bless you in public for all the private pain they caused. That's not revenge, that's restoration. That's what I do when people put their faith in me instead of fighting battles that aren't theirs. I am rearranging the board. Pieces are moving that you can't see. What looked like loss was repositioning. What looked like rejection was redirection. You will soon see why certain doors closed. They weren't locked to punish you, they were locked to protect you. You thought they shut you out, but they shut danger in. If you had walked through them, the plot might have touched you. But I saw the unseen, and I blocked what would have broken you. I let them think they won because their celebration will make your comeback look even more miraculous. Do not fear when it looks like everything is falling apart, because things often fall apart right before they fall into place. The shaking is not your destruction. It's the breaking of chains. You prayed for freedom, and freedom sometimes comes disguised as endings. Trust the unmaking, for it is the path to your remaking. What feels like loss is simply the removal of what cannot sustain your future. The plot will fail because your foundation is built on my word, and my word cannot be shaken. Heaven and earth may pass away, but my promise over your life remains unbroken. I've seen you endure storms that others wouldn't survive. I've watched you walk through fire without losing your faith. And even when you felt faith slipping, I carried you through the flames. You think you survived by strength, but it was grace. You think you endured by willpower. But it was my hand holding you steady when you couldn't see the way. The same hand that held you then will lift you now. The same grace that got you through will crown you with glory. I'm not done with your story, I'm just flipping the page. They said you'd fail. They said you'd never rise again. They counted you out before I finished counting you in. But watch, I will prepare a table before you, and the same mouths that spoke curses will be silenced by your harvest. Your name will be redeemed by favor, not by argument. You will shine not to prove them wrong, but to prove that I am right. Every delay, every betrayal, every setback, I will use it as fuel for your next breakthrough. They tried to bury you, but they didn't know you were a seed. I am sending restoration in places that felt dead. I am breathing life into the ruins of what was broken. I am reversing verdicts, turning mourning into movement, ashes into beauty, confusion into clarity. Don't panic when it feels unfamiliar, that's transformation. The old you cannot enter the new season. The shedding hurts, but it's holy. Every tear that fell watered the soil of your comeback. Every lonely night carved out space for new light to enter. You will understand soon that the waiting wasn't wasted, it was preparing the weight of the blessing. The plot will fail because it was written in fear, and fear cannot stand in the presence of faith. The voice that once intimidated you will grow silent when you stand tall in your truth. You are not a victim of circumstance, you are the vessel of divine intention. Every moment of pain will pay interest in purpose. Every rejection will become revelation. Every detour will reveal divine design. You are stepping into a season where what used to break you will now build you. What used to drain you will now define your strength. You are walking proof that grace wins battles that logic cannot. I am removing people who cannot go with you. Don't mourn what I'm moving. Don't chase what I've released. You asked for peace, and sometimes peace means separation. You prayed for clarity, and sometimes clarity exposes what was never loyal. Let them go gracefully. You don't need closure when I've already written conclusion. I am bringing new voices, new doors, new alignments that match your growth. You don't need to explain your elevation, just keep walking. Those meant for your next chapter will recognize you by your light. You will rise again. You will love again. You will believe again. You will dream again. This time, without the fear of falling. This time, without the weight of proving yourself. This time, free from the hands that tried to dim your shine. What's coming next will make sense of everything that broke you. Every no that hurt will reveal its hidden mercy. Every delay will unfold into divine timing. You will look back and whisper, "Now I see." Because I never left you, I was simply rewriting the plot until the enemy's plan collapsed under its own pride. You are entering the season where everything that once seemed against you will start working for you. You won't even need to chase vindication, it will arrive, uninvited but undeniable. The energy that once surrounded you with confusion will now surround you with clarity. The very people who tried to sabotage you will wonder how the ruins they left behind turned into the foundation of your rise. And you will smile, not in arrogance, but in peace. Because by then, you will know, the plot failed the moment you refused to break. You didn't realize that every attack only sharpened your discernment. Every disappointment purified your vision. Every betrayal trained your heart to recognize what real love looks like. You've been through the kind of storms that strip illusions away. Now, you see with eyes that cannot be deceived. What once drained you now strengthens you. The things that used to scare you now seem small. Because when you've walked through fire and survived, smoke can no longer make you flinch. That's why you feel different now. It's not pride, it's wisdom. It's not hardness, it's clarity. You are becoming what you were always meant to be, unshakable. You may not know it, but heaven has been whispering your name in rooms where decisions are being made. Favor is being released in your direction. Doors that were once closed are remembering your knock. I am positioning you where your voice will matter, where your gift will make room for you, and where your peace won't need to apologize for existing. Don't rush. Don't force. Just trust. Timing is my language. I am weaving alignment through moments that look like coincidences but are actually coordinates on the map of your destiny. The plot will fail because destiny cannot be delayed forever. It bends time to fulfill what I have spoken. Remember this. When it feels like all support is gone, it's because I am teaching you to lean on me, not on man. People may change, promises may fade, but I do not shift. When the voices fade and the applause disappears, you will discover that my approval was the only foundation you ever needed. You are learning that silence is not loneliness, it is sanctuary. It's where you learn to hear the frequency of my guidance, where you find strength no one can take. Do not rush out of the quiet. That's where I am downloading instructions for your next chapter. You've been tested by pressure because I am trusting you with power. The kind of strength you're gaining isn't learned through comfort, it's born through confrontation. Every trial trained your spirit to stand. Every heartbreak stretched your capacity to love without losing yourself. Every loss expanded your empathy. You have not been punished, you have been prepared. Because where you are going, you can't carry fragility. I am making you a pillar, not a pebble. The plot will fail because what the enemy meant for damage, I have already converted into development. There are things happening right now that you can't see but will soon feel. The energy around you is shifting, not in chaos, but in calibration. The vibrations of despair are being replaced by frequencies of favor. Where confusion lived, clarity is moving in. Where fear whispered, courage is beginning to roar. You will wake up one morning and sense it, that subtle but certain change in the air. The same ground that once felt barren will begin to bloom. The same life that once felt stagnant will overflow with momentum. You are crossing over from survival into overflow. And all of it will happen so naturally, you'll realize it was supernatural. Don't be surprised when people who doubted you try to reconnect. Some will come with genuine hearts, some with hidden motives. But now, your spirit is tuned, you will know who's who. Don't let bitterness speak for you, let wisdom guide you. You don't need to expose anyone. I will. You don't need to prove what I've already promised. I will vindicate. All you have to do is stay aligned, stay kind, stay clear, stay grounded in grace. Because your peace will be louder than their noise, and your growth will speak volumes where your words never needed to. Do you feel it yet? That strange peace, even though not everything makes sense. That's me. That's the reassurance that you are covered even when the process feels uncertain. You think you're waiting, but really, the world is catching up to what I've already decreed. When it finally unfolds, it will happen so quickly, it will leave no time for anxiety, only awe. They will say, it happened overnight, but you will know it took years of silent endurance, unseen battles, and private tears. The harvest will come suddenly, but the roots were growing quietly all along. There's a version of you that fear tried to kill, but faith resurrected. There's a confidence that pain tried to bury, but purpose dug it back up. You are walking into days where the things that once broke you will now bless you. The memory of suffering will turn into the melody of gratitude. You will begin to thank me not only for what I gave, but for what I took away. Because now you see, some things had to leave so that peace could breathe again. Some endings were divine edits, not deletions. Some losses were lessons in disguise, designed to save you from smaller versions of yourself. You are stepping into a reality where you no longer need to beg for belonging. You are enough as you are. The season of shrinking to fit is over. The era of pretending to please is done. You are not meant to blend in, you are meant to break patterns. That's why you've never felt comfortable following the crowd. Your spirit was never wired for average. You carry a frequency that disrupts conformity. When others see impossibility, you sense invitation. That's the mark of divine DNA. That's why imitation never suits you. Authenticity is your armor. The plot will fail because destiny does not depend on agreement, it depends on alignment. Even if the world turns its back, my favor will face you. Even if they refuse to see your worth, your light will still illuminate. You do not need permission to be chosen. I chose you before you even knew your own name. I placed purpose in your breath and glory in your scars. Nothing they say can unwrite what I have spoken. I will make a way where logic says there is none, because I am not bound by logic, I am Lord over it. Remember when you almost gave up? Remember that night you said, I can't do this anymore? And yet you did. That wasn't coincidence, that was covenant. You didn't just survive, you were sustained. You didn't just get through, you were carried. That strength you felt in your weakest moment was not yours, it was mine, flowing through you like invisible fire. And it will continue to carry you until your feet stand in the fulfillment of every promise I've made. Because I do not start stories I don't intend to finish. The plot will fail because I am still writing. Don't despise small beginnings. What seems small is sacred. Seeds look insignificant until they split the ground. Growth is often hidden before it's heralded. I am multiplying what you thought was minimal. I am expanding what you thought was ending. Do not rush to escape the process is perfecting you. The soil of struggle produces the fruit of stability. You will soon thank the storms that scared you, because they watered your roots. You will thank the pressure that stretched you, because it shaped your greatness. I do not waste pain, I repurpose it. You will see restoration in ways you didn't expect. I am returning joy where sorrow sat too long. I am returning clarity where confusion lingered. I am returning confidence where fear took hold. I am not just giving you back what was lost, I am upgrading it. You will receive double for every trouble, peace for every sleepless night, and purpose for every piece that broke. The plot will fail not just because it couldn't destroy you, but because it accidentally developed you, and when you rise, not if, but when, rise quietly. Let your success speak where you once were silenced. Let your peace shine where chaos once tried to drown you. You won't need to explain your elevation, it will explain itself. Because when grace lifts someone, even gravity must bow. Every eye that doubted will see, and every heart that hurt you will witness the truth, that the divine always defends its chosen ones. I am not just restoring you, I am revealing you. So breathe. You are not behind. You are right on time. Every detour, every delay, every disappointment has been leading to this divine alignment. Keep walking. Keep trusting. Keep shining. The darkness tried its best, but light has the final word. The plot has failed. The story continues. And the ending, the one I've written, is victory. You have not been forgotten. You have not been overlooked. Every silent season has been sacred preparation. The world saw stillness, but heaven saw strategy. While you were wondering why doors weren't opening, I was building new ones that no hand can shut. You thought delay was denial, but I was protecting you from premature exposure. You don't need to rush what I've timed perfectly. When it happens, it will unfold so naturally that you'll realize it was waiting for your readiness, not your request. The plot will fail because it cannot interfere with divine sequence. Every breath you take in this season carries purpose. Every step, even the hesitant ones, are leading you towards something greater. Do not despise the mundane days, they are bricks in the unseen foundation. I am teaching you patience, not punishment. I am teaching you focus in the noise and faith in the fog. The world moves fast, but the soul grows slow. You will look back and see that every pause was part of your propulsion. You are not chasing purpose, purpose is catching up to you. You have outgrown the season of begging for clarity, now you're walking in it. The days of confusion are ending. I am sharpening your sight. You will know what to say, when to move, and who to trust. The uncertainty that once clouded you will clear like morning mist. What felt like chaos will start to show its pattern. You will begin to say, "Now I understand why." They thought your silence meant defeat, but it was the silence before the sound of breakthrough. When seeds grow, they do so beneath the soil, away from eyes and applause. That is where you've been, underground, but not forgotten. And just like the seed, your time of emergence is here. You will rise not because you forced it, but because you were designed to. Nothing can stop what is written into your essence. The plot will fail because the story is divine property. You cannot be erased from your own destiny. Even your mistakes are being rewritten into miracles. What you thought disqualified you will become the reason others believe again. You are not the sum of your failures. You are the testimony of my faithfulness. I use the broken, the overlooked, the misunderstood, because light shines brightest through cracks. Do not let fear narrate your future. Fear is loud, but it is not lasting. It shouts in moments of weakness, hoping you'll mistake volume for truth. But truth is steady, calm, unshaken. Truth doesn't need to scream, it stands. And my truth over you is final, you will make it. You will rise. You will fulfill what was promised. Nothing they planned will prosper because what I have planned is already in motion. There will be moments soon where everything seems to align suddenly, people appearing at the right time, opportunities unfolding without force. Solutions emerging where there used to be confusion. That's not luck, that's orchestration. That's me tying every thread of your journey into a pattern of purpose. Every tear, every why, every closed door will connect into one clear revelation. It had to happen this way. I am healing you from the need to understand everything immediately. Some answers come with time, others come with peace. You don't need to see the whole staircase, you just need to trust the next step. Faith doesn't always silence fear, it simply refuses to bow to it. Keep moving forward, even trembling. Progress made in faith is still progress, and listen, joy is coming back. Real joy, not the kind that depends on circumstances. The joy that rises quietly in your chest and says, "I'm still here." The joy that laughs even when nothing looks perfect. That's your strength returning. The plot wanted to drain it, but it failed. You are stronger than the story that tried to break you. You have been refined, not reduced. You carry an authority born from endurance. People will look at you and see light, but they won't know the nights that built it. They will see calm, but not the chaos you overcame to find it. They will see grace, but not the grit it took to survive. That's the beauty of divine transformation. It hides the scars beneath the shine. You don't have to explain your glow, those who know the dark will recognize it. I am placing you where your presence will matter. You will speak and hearts will heal. You will move and change will follow. Your life itself will be the sermon others needed to believe again. You won't need a title or a stage, your authenticity will be the altar. Your resilience will preach louder than any words. Forgive quickly in this season. Forgiveness doesn't excuse their behavior, it releases your burden. You are not freeing them, you are freeing yourself from the gravity of their offense. I will deal with what needs dealing. Your only job is to stay light enough to ascend. You cannot fly while holding grudges, they weigh the wings of destiny. Soon, you will see restoration in areas you gave up on. Friendships that faded will return in healthier form, or peace will arrive to replace what never healed. Finances that were drained will recover. Energy that felt empty will overflow. And the people who wrote you off will be spectators to your renewal. You won't even need to speak, your comeback will be conversation enough. There's a rhythm in the air now, the rhythm of revival. The same life that felt paused is moving again. Opportunities are waking up, ideas are stirring, doors are remembering your name. You won't have to knock, they will open. Not because of luck, but because of lineage. You are royalty in the realm of purpose. You carry divine inheritance in your bones. Walk like it. The plot will fail because I am not just saving you from enemies, I am saving you from old versions of yourself. The fearful you, the doubtful you, the people-pleasing you, they served their time, but their chapter is closing. You are becoming someone bolder, freer, lighter. You are learning that peace is power, that stillness is strength. You no longer chase validation because you have realized you were never unworthy, just unrecognized. Be patient. The unveiling is near. There is a sequence to miracles, a divine choreography unfolding step by step. Don't rush the music, learn to move with it. Every moment you wait in faith, something shifts in your favor unseen. The tension you feel is not punishment, it's the stretch before release. When it happens, it will be bigger than you asked, longer lasting than you dreamed, and deeper than you imagined. When others see coincidence, you will see confirmation. When they call it luck, you will call it loyalty, my loyalty to you. Because I never abandoned the blueprint. I never forgot the design. The enemy's script burned out before the first act ended, but my covenant stands eternal. The plot failed the moment you kept walking. You will stand on stages you never imagined, not to boast, but to bless. You will tell your story, and chains will break in others simply by hearing it. That's why you went through what you did, not to punish, but to prepare you as a messenger. You were meant to carry hope, not wounds. The pain was the delivery system, not the destination, so, walk forward now. The worst is behind. The lessons remain, the strength remains, the grace remains. You've outlived what was meant to destroy you, now you must outshine it. The sunrise doesn't ask permission from the night, it simply appears. So will you. The plot has failed. The author still reigns. The next chapter is already glowing on the horizon.